Yes. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon,
Good
sir.
afternoon,
Good
sir.
afternoon,
Good
sir.
afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, it's okay. Good afternoon. How are you all?
Good afternoon.
Fine, sir. Fine.
Fine,
Fine,
sir.
sir.
Fine,
Fine, sir.
Okay.
Fine.
What about your previous class in the applied chemistry? Which topic was covered in the previous class?
Sir, purification of water.
Domestic water treatment was covered. Okay. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Hmm.
sir.
Okay. So today, what I will do, that I am going to start one new topic. Okay. That is a determination of hardness. I am going to start. Before going to that, just I would like to recall what is the portion in the technology of water. Okay. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
See, okay, till now 83 have been joined. What is the total strength? Total strength is up to
90.
90.
90.
90.
okay. Okay, I will take the attendance. एक minute, अरे actually I am in one Google Meet. हाँ sir. Anand sir, I don't have any query. Please you go ahead.
Good afternoon to everyone. So today I'm going to give my progress presentation on bioremediation of petroleum refinery effluent in sequential material system moderated with the next material concept.
There was no presentation. Presentation अभी शुरू हुआ है.
To cover during my
Okay, ठीक है, no
So
problem.
this is the objective of my
Okay, actually one PhD coursework presentation is going on that I joined through mobile. See there are okay in the applied chemistry. Here sound I am reducing it. Applied chemistry, how many units are there? Yes, please speed up. Applied chemistry, how many units are there? In the last
Four.
class,
Four.
4 units are there.
Four.
Okay. Yeah, 4 units are there. Unit 1 is technology of water. Unit 2 is fuel, combustion, and cement. Third unit is
Corrosion and phase rule.
corrosion.
corrosion and phase rule. Fourth unit is
Lubricants.
Lubricant.
Lubricants and polymers.
lubricants and polymers. Once again, see in every class I used to ask, okay, which topic was discussed in the previous class. So today, once again, as today is our first class, so I am starting from beginning onwards. So applied chemistry, there are 4 units are there. First one is technology of water. Then second one is fuel, combustion, and cement. Then third one is corrosion and
Phase rule.
phase rule.
Phase
And fourth unit is polymers and lubricants. क्या लिखा है इधर मुरलीधर रेड्डी posted an update. So these are the 4 units. Once again, please everyone, please repeat. In tech applied chemistry, how many units are there?
Four.
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 Four
Four.
units.
Four units.
Four units.
Unit 1,
Technology.
Technology of water.
Unit 2,
Fuel
Fuel
combustion.
combustion and cement.
Yes.
Unit 3,
Corrosion
Corrosion
and
and phase.
Unit 4,
Lubricant and
only one side lubricant. Okay, there are 4 units are there. See, in these 4 units, now I am going to start the first unit, technology of water. See, in the technology of water, today I am going to start the hardness. Okay, madam has started domestic water treatment. What are the domestic water treatment? Wait, no, please. Hello. Yes, my PPT is visible.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
You can switch off the camera. Yeah, no question, sir. That Mona Lisa, please. Okay, as per the instructions of supervisor, please complete your work at the earliest. As after 6 months, you may not be getting the fellowship. Okay. Okay. Okay, sir. Okay, this is from my end. Okay, sir. Sir, can I leave now, Anand sir? Okay, thank you, sir. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Sorry, yeah. Actually, one PhD progress report presentation was there. I am the DGC member. Okay, that presentation was over. Now, in the applied chemistry, I am going to start. The first topic is hardness. See, in our topic, okay, what is hardness and what are the different types of hardness? Then after that, how we are going to determine the hardness. This is our main topic. Today, as it is first class, I'm slightly and almost 5 to 10 minutes was 10 to 15 minutes was already wasted. So I'm slightly fast as this is the previous subject only, not at all new subject. So my voice is audible. You could able to see the PPT.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes,
Sir.
Please be attentive in my class. Please be attentive. Okay, please be
Yes, sir.
attentive. Ah,
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir. Okay.
okay.
Sure,
See,
sir.
once again, I am saying, once again, I am repeating. In the applied chemistry, now I started the first unit. First unit is the technology of water. In the technology of water, now I had started the first topic, the subtopic that is the hardness. So today I am going to discuss about what is hardness and what are the different types of hardness, then how we are going to determine the hardness and what are the chemical reactions involved in the topic that I am going to discuss. Okay, let us assume that. See, okay, first of all, what is the definition? The straightforward definition, the preliminary definition of hardness. That is, okay, the which prevents. Okay, the what is the hardness, or otherwise, what is the hardness of water? The hardness of water is the characteristic of water which prevents the lathering of soap. Lathering of soap means, are you getting? That means, okay, when the if soft
Yes.
water is there, when soap
sir.
is applied to soft water, then you may be getting some lathers. That means some air bubbles. But here, okay, the hard water that prevents the lathering of soap. The main thing is, in the hard water, what is the main characteristic of hard water? That the hard water characteristic is which prevents the lathering of soap. Normally, or otherwise in the chemically, the definition is soap consuming capacity of water is called as hardness. Okay, generally you have to remember. Okay, these are the what is the definition of hardness? Soap consuming capacity of water is called as hardness. What is the main characteristic of hard water? Yes, the main characteristic of hard water is the which prevents the lathering of soap. These two things you have to remember. Now, see, this is due to presence of water in certain salts of calcium, magnesium, and other heavy metals like aluminum, iron. On this, okay, this is okay. Okay, some textbook they might have copied here. But what is the which ions are responsible for the hardness? Yes, calcium, the salts of calcium and magnesium ions, the carbonates and bicarbonates and chlorides and sulfates and other heavy metals of calcium and magnesium ions. Once again, I am saying which ions are responsible for hardness. Then the answer is okay. The calcium and magnesium salts of carbonates, bicarbonates, chlorides, sulfates, and some other heavy metals. Once again, I am saying okay. Here the carbonate means calcium carbonate or magnesium bicarbonate. Okay, these two are not considered as a hardness causing ions. But in some, if it is excess, its limit, then you may treat it as they are the hardness causing ions. So for now, you don't consider that carbonates. Simply you consider calcium and magnesium salts of bicarbonate. That means calcium bicarbonate or magnesium bicarbonate. Then next one is chlorides, that means calcium chloride or magnesium chloride. Then sulfates, that means calcium sulfate and magnesium sulfate. And sometimes some heavy metals. Heavy metals means aluminum is also one of the considered as heavy metal, iron and manganese. So if iron is there, sometimes ferrous chloride may be there, or ferric chloride may be there, or manganese chloride may be there, or aluminum hydroxide may be there. So these are the other heavy metals, but those concentration is very less. So the straightforward is you have to remember which ions are responsible for hardness. Then what we have to say, calcium and magnesium salts of bicarbonates, chlorides, sulfates, and some other heavy metals. अरे समझ में आ गया कि नहीं आ गया?
Yes,
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 sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, it's okay. अरे my voice is audible? Is it okay?
Yes,
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 sir.
sir.
we can.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, once again I am repeating. What is hardness? The soap consuming capacity of water is called as hardness. What is the characteristic of water which prevents the lathering of soap? That is one of the main characteristic of hard water. Which ions are causing the hardness? There are okay okay, which ions are causing the hardness? Calcium, magnesium salts of bicarbonates. That means HCO3 minus 2, then or HCO3 minus, then chlorides, sulfates, and some other heavy metals. These are the hardness causing ions. Okay, now see what is the reason why hot water is preventing lather with soap. That means that is preventing lather with soap, and at the same time that is going to give the white precipitate. How it is? What is the reason behind that? Yes, here two chemical reactions has been shown. Here first chemical reaction is, that is the sodium stearate. What is sodium stearate? Sodium stearate is nothing but soap. Okay, what is the chemical formula of soap? Okay, sodium or otherwise potassium salts of higher fatty acids. What are the higher fatty acids? Either stearate ions. Okay, these are the soap chemical formula. What is the soap chemical formula? Sodium or potassium salts of higher fatty acids. That, what is the example for that? One of the example is sodium stearate or potassium stearate. What is that? C17H35 COONA. This is the sodium stearate. This sodium stearate, that is nothing but soap formula. Calcium chloride plus calcium chloride. Calcium chloride means you can assume that simply that soap is treated with hot water. That hot water may be having the calcium chloride. So when it is treated with that, then immediately that is going to produce the calcium stearate. What is the calcium stearate? See, the sodium ions are exchanged with calcium chloride, and that is going to produce the calcium stearate, and at the same time byproduct is sodium chloride. Sodium chloride is readily soluble in the water. That may be present in the water as a soluble nature, but whereas calcium stearate is the precipitate, that may be appearing as a white precipitate, that is insoluble in water. So hence that is preventing lather with soap. This is one of the characteristics. So instead of lather, that is going to produce the precipitate. Then similarly, the next one, here the another reaction was there. Sodium stearate is there. When sodium stearate is treating with hard water, that hard water is having the, let us assume that magnesium sulfate alone may be causing the hardness. Then the sodium stearate, when it is treated with hardness, which is having the magnesium sulfate, then that is going to produce the magnesium stearate. That is, then sodium sulfate is the byproduct. Sodium sulfate is also readily soluble in the water. That is also existing in the form of soluble in nature. That means that is existing in the form of soluble ion. So that means that cannot produce the precipitate. So what is the reason for the precipitate? Magnesium stearate. So the conclusion part is simply you have to remember, okay, the hard water which is having the calcium chloride or otherwise magnesium sulfate or otherwise calcium bicarbonate or otherwise magnesium bicarbonate, those ions are responsible for the precipitate, and okay, because of that they are reducing the lather with soap. अरे समझ में आ गया कि नहीं आ गया?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. One person is required to respond. The CR, okay, please you respond. Okay, everybody don't respond. See, these are the preliminary things, but still, as it is first class, just okay, as it is in the slide, then let us discuss that. Okay, don't worry. Now, see, another characteristics or otherwise, what are the differences were given here? What is the hard water? What is the soft water? See here, the first one is okay, outrightly that prevents the lather with soap. That is the first one. Then here, okay, soft water, yes, that gives the lather with soap. Then second one is hard water contains dissolved calcium and magnesium salts. Yes, calcium bicarbonate, magnesium bicarbonate, calcium chloride, magnesium chloride, calcium sulfate, magnesium sulfate. These type of ions may be present in the hard water, but whereas in the soft water, these ions may not be present. Which ions? Either calcium bicarbonate, magnesium bicarbonate, calcium chloride or magnesium chloride, calcium sulfate or magnesium sulfate. These ions may not be present. Then in hard water, okay, cleansing quality of soap is depressed. Yes. See, what is the main function of soap? Okay, that is acting as a cleansing agent. That means that is going to remove the dust particles, or otherwise if any impurities are there, that thing can be removed. But here, because of hard water, the cleansing capacity may be reduced. Okay, whereas in the soft water, the cleansing capacity may be increased. Then here in the hard water, okay, see, due to presence of dissolved hardness producing salts, the boiling part of water is elevated. Boiling point of water. See, normally what is the boiling point of water? That is almost maximum is 100. But because of this hardness causing ions, its boiling point will increase. Say for example, if you are using the hard water in a boiler means okay in the okay for the generation of electricity they may be using some boilers. That is one iron container. Simply they are putting the water and they are heating that water. Then that water is converting into steam. But when at what temperature that water is converting into steam? At 100 degrees centigrade, because that is the boiling point of water. At 100 degrees centigrade, that water is converting into that vapor. But whereas if any impurities are there, then that water may not convert it into vapor at 100 degrees centigrade because some hardness causing ions are there. For that, you have to give some high temperature around. Let us assume that 120 or 130 degrees centigrade. Then only that water may convert into steam. If that is the case, if you are giving the high temperature, then the quality of the boiler may decompose or otherwise disintegrated. So that is also one of the drawbacks. So these are the drawbacks of there. So the boiling point may be elevated. So you have to remove the hardness causing ions for future applications. So these are the some of the okay, differences. That means here it was given less wear and time are required for soft water. Yes. See, if soft water is there, that boiling point is less. That means okay, lesser time. In the lesser time you are going to produce the steam. So fuel consumption may be reduced, time may be reduced, and efficiently you can able to generate the fuel. Sorry, efficiently you can able to generate the steam. So these are the okay some of the advantages of soft water. Okay, these are not required, but still, okay, just have a look. What is the difference between hard water and soft water? Now, see, next one is what are the different types of hardness? Yes, there are different types out there. What are those? Temporary hardness is there and permanent hardness is there. Hardness is divided into two groups, the two types. The first one is temporary hardness. Second one is permanent hardness. In temporary hardness, which ions are responsible for temporary hardness? Simply you have to remember bicarbonates of calcium and magnesium ions are responsible for temporary hardness. Once again, which ions are responsible for temporary hardness? Calcium bicarbonate, magnesium bicarbonate. These two ions are responsible for temporary hardness. But no other ions are responsible for temporary. Only two ions: calcium bicarbonate, magnesium bicarbonate. That's fine. Then how we can able to remove the temporary hardness? Simply by boiling the water. Okay, that bicarbonates are converted into carbonates. The remaining are the byproducts are okay, no harmful at all. Say for example, calcium bicarbonate is there. On boiling of this calcium bicarbonate, this is the hardness causing ion. When it is boiled or when it is heated, that is converted into calcium carbonate. Calcium carbonate is the precipitate, so that may be settled down at the bottom of the container. Then next one is water. Yes, water is there. Then carbon dioxide. Yes, the carbon dioxide immediately that may escape out. Okay, that may escape out from the bottom. That means so calcium bicarbonate is converted into calcium carbonate. That will be settled down. Simply you filter it. Calcium carbonate may be removed. The remaining is water. Then that water is the soft water. Similarly, if magnesium bicarbonate is there on heating, that is converted into magnesium hydroxide. Here, everybody may okay misunderstand that calcium bicarbonate is converting into calcium carbonate. Similarly, magnesium bicarbonate also may convert into magnesium carbonate. No, magnesium carbonate is readily soluble in the water, but whereas magnesium hydroxide is insoluble in the water. So magnesium bicarbonate on heating that is converted into magnesium hydroxide only. Don't get confused. Once again, I am reminding calcium bicarbonate on heating that is converted into calcium carbonate, whereas magnesium bicarbonate that is converted into magnesium hydroxide, MgOH twice. That is the precipitate that is readily settled down at the bottom of the container. Then the byproduct is 2 moles of carbon dioxide. So carbon dioxide may escape out, okay, in the form of gas. Then remaining is H2O will be there. So that water, that means simply you filter it, then magnesium hydroxide may be removed. So once again, the conclusion part is what is temporary hardness? Temporary hardness is due to the salts of bicarbonates of calcium and magnesium. But sometimes other heavy metals are also may contributing small extent. Then how we are going to remove the temporary hardness? the temporary hardness can be removed on simple boiling. Okay, simply you take the hard water, you boil it. If calcium bicarbonate and magnesium bicarbonate are present in the water, they may convert it into calcium carbonate as a precipitate, magnesium hydroxide as a precipitate. That means simply indirectly calcium and magnesium ions are removed. If calcium and magnesium ions are removed, the leftover water is the soft water, no doubt at all. So that is the removal of temporary hardness. Then similarly, permanent hardness. Okay, there are, okay, after temporary hardness, the next one is permanent hardness. What is permanent hardness? Okay, the permanent hardness is due to dissolved salts of chlorides, sulfates of calcium and magnesium ions, and sometimes heavy metals also. That means dissolved salts of chlorides and sulfates means calcium chloride, magnesium chloride, calcium sulfate, magnesium sulfates. So chlorides and sulfates of calcium and magnesium ions are causing the permanent hardness. Yes, and sometimes heavy metals are also maybe responsible. Okay, example for heavy metals. Yes, here one example was given, aluminum sulfate. Okay, Al2SO4 thrice, taken thrice, that is aluminum sulfate. Now, how we are going to remove the permanent hardness? Yes, it is 238. How we are going to remove the permanent hardness? Permanent hardness cannot be removed by simple boiling. That means, say for let us assume that you take some quantity of water, then okay, put it in one container. Let us assume that if that water is having the calcium chloride, that means calcium chloride is causing the hardness, then okay, on boiling it cannot convert it into calcium carbonate. Remember that. So that means simply conclusion is, on simple boiling permanent hardness cannot be removed. There are separate methods are there, different methods are there. By using those chemical methods, we can remove the permanent hardness. What are those methods? Yes, here it was mentioned. Lime soda process. Then second one is zeolite process. Then third one is ion exchange process. These three methods are there exclusively for the removal of permanent hardness. So in the lime soda process, what is happening? Lime, okay, lime stands for calcium hydroxide, that is called as lime. Soda stands for sodium carbonate. By using these two chemicals, we can remove the hardness causing ions. Then zeolite process, what is happening? Yes, some separate zeolites are there that hydrated okay, aluminum silicates, sodium salts of aluminum silicates are called as zeolites. With the help of those zeolites, we can able to remove the permanent hardness. Then similarly, ion exchange process. In the ion exchange process, there are two ions are there: cation resin bed, anion resin bed. With the help of these two beds, we can able to remove the permanent hardness causing ions. That means chlorides and as well as sulfates. So my conclusion is, today's class conclusion is, what is hardness? What are the different types of hardness? This much. Now, okay, still okay, 5 more minutes or more. Now, next one is, what are the units of hardness? Yes, hardness can be expressed. Okay, there are 4 units are there. What are those 4 units? ppm, parts per million, milligram per liter, degree French, and degree Clark. There are 4 units are there. The hardness can be represented in 4 units. What are those? ppm, parts per million, then milligram per liter, then degree French, and degree Clark. Now, what is the relation between all these? Okay, what is the relation between ppm, milligram per liter, and degree French and degree Clark? Yes. Okay, the first relation you remember. Don't remember all these. All are same. Okay, but the first relation is, the first mathematical notation or the first relation is simple one. Simply remember. What is that? 1 ppm. Please remember. 1 ppm is equals to 1 milligram per liter is equals to 0.1 degree French, that is equals to 0.07 degree Clark. Okay, अरे समझ में आ रहा है?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
There are 4 units are there for hardness. That means hardness can be expressed in different units. The different units are 4. What are those? ppm, milligram per liter, degree French, degree Clark. And what is the relation between those 4? 1 ppm is equals to 1 milligram per liter is equals to 0.1 degree French and 0.07 degree Clark. This is the relation between all the 4 units. Simply you have to remember as it is. What are the units of hardness? See, in your examination, at the time of viva voce examination, we may ask you some questions. How? See, let us assume that during the viva voce examination, at the end, we may ask, what are the units of hardness? Then you are required to say ppm, parts per million, milligram per liter, degree French, degree Clark. Then any teacher may ask, what is the relation between ppm and degree French? Or otherwise, I may ask you during the viva, what is the relation between ppm and degree French? Then you are required to give the answer that 1 ppm is equals to 0.1 degree French. Then I may ask another question, what is the relation between ppm and degree Clark? Then you are required to say that 1 ppm is equals to, yes, tell.
0.07 degree Celsius.
0.0.
Yes,
0.07 degree.
0.07 degree Clark. Then another question I am asking, what is the relation between ppm and milligram per liter?
1
1
ppm is
ppm
equal
is
to
equal to 1
milligram
ppm
per
is
liter.
equal to 1 milligram per liter.
You have to say clearly 1 ppm is equals to 1 milligram per liter. Then another question, 1 milligram per liter is equals to how many degrees of French?
0.1 degree of freedom.
Yes,
French.
0.1 degrees of French. Then similarly, 1 milligram per liter is equals to how many degrees of Clark?
0.07
0.07.
0.07. Yes, that's fine. So you are required to remember these things. That means at the viva voce examination, we may ask, yes, which ions are causing the permanent hardness? Then you are required to say chlorides and sulfates of calcium and magnesium ions, or otherwise, okay. We may ask how permanent hardness can be removed. Then you are required to give the answer that, okay, by simple boiling we cannot remove. Light soda process, ion exchange method, geolite process. There are 3 methods are there. With those chemical 3 methods only we can remove the permanent hardness. You are required to give the answer. Then another teacher may ask at the time of viva, okay, which ions are causing the temporary hardness? Yes, okay, calcium and magnesium salts are bicarbonates. That means calcium bicarbonate, magnesium bicarbonate. How calcium bicarbonate can be removed? Simply you are required to say by simple boiling, calcium bicarbonate is converted into calcium carbonate. Then again we may ask, yes, magnesium bicarbonate, how it can be removed? Yes, magnesium bicarbonate is converted into, on heating it is converted to magnesium hydroxide. The magnesium hydroxide is a precipitate. You have to remember these things. These type of questions may ask. That means, okay, day by day, the portion will complete. Then accordingly, okay, the syllabus will increase. Now, okay, next one is determination of hardness, or otherwise here, okay, degree of hardness is there. What is degree of hardness? That I will explain. Okay, let us, okay, before that, I would like to explain what is the determination of hardness. Yes, what is the time now? What is the time?
245.
240. Okay.
Today's class.
245.
Today, and with this, I am concluding the class. Very simple topic we were discussed. Applied chemistry, 4 units are there. First unit, technology of water. In the technology of water, what is hardness? What are the different types of hardness? And what are the units of hardness? The small portion was covered. Actually, this is not at all required. Okay, because this is the elementary chemistry. And don't leave the class. I am taking the attendance. Just I will note down the absentees. Please don't leave the class. I think one person has left the class.
Sir, network issue.
Okay. So as today is the first class, then I covered only small portion. But okay, day by day, the portion may increase. See, once again, I am saying, I am challenging you. Simply you attend my class. You sit in my class. You listen to my class. You are not required to open the textbook. This I am challenging. No doubt at all, ma'am. No doubt at all. 100%. I am assuring you. You are not required to read the textbook.
Sir, thank you, sir.
Everything,
Yes,
all
sir.
the
Thank
concepts,
you.
Thank you,
all the
sir.
concepts
Thank
you would be getting, okay, by attending the class. That much I will cover. If any disturbance is there, I may skip the point. That means if I am running with shortage of time, I may skip some logistics. So please, okay, be on time. Okay, class representative is, okay, reminded that Alright, on every class, please you send one message, sir. That means 10 to 15 minutes before, sir, we are having class today at this time, like that. Sometimes if I was there at college, suddenly I got remembered, then I rushed to home. I came for lunch, I suddenly remembered, then at home itself I am taking the class. So, okay, the CR, what is the CR? What is his name?
Yes, sir.
Anish,
Anish Misra here, sir.
Just come to video mode, Rakesh.
Yes, sir.
Rakesh, come to video mode.
Yes, sir. 77 roll number, sir.
77. Come to video mode.
Yes, sir.
Now, okay. Yes, Rakesh. Okay, do you have my
Yes, sir.
number?
Yes, sir.
You okay in my on my personal WhatsApp number. Don't send in the class.
Okay.
Okay, sir, we are having one class like that. See, I
Okay,
am
sir.
aware of that, but still sometimes, okay, this reminder is required. So
Okay, sir.
actually, I thought to interact with each and everyone. Just I supposed to ask what is his name and okay, which university or otherwise, okay, he is from which state, like that. I thought to take the introduction. Okay, meantime, I will take. Don't worry. With this, I am concluding the class because okay, PhD progress report presentations are going on. I have to go there. The last two classes. Okay, sorry for that. Actually, at the beginning, as I was conducting one international conference, I was busy. I could not able to take the class. But now onwards, okay, it would be regular. And our okay, see, if you miss one class means one major topic you may be missing. Please, everyone, I am reminding. That means if it is regular class, I could have completed what is hardness, what are the different types of hardness, what are the units of hardness, and at the same time, what is the determination of hardness. EDTA method is there. That is very simple question. But as it is first class, okay, with the basics only, I am concluding. Okay, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Bye. Okay, just a minute and note.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Yes.
sir.
Yes,
Thank
tell.
you, sir.
1, okay, 2, 3. Rule number 8. Okay. Rule number 26 is absent. 26 is absent. Thirty-one.